For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Mark Merriwether Vorderbruggen. I am author of Idiot's Guide Foraging and a whole bunch of other stuff. And one of them being deeply involved in assorted organizations devoted to helping people prepare for things, whatever those things may be. And so tonight, I'm doing a special thing on helping people prepare the Red Cross 72-hour emergency kit. The U.S. government and the Red Cross and a number of organizations understand that in the case of a big incident, whether it be an earthquake or hurricane or Lord knows what else, the government really cannot promise help for at least 72 hours. And so they recommend you have certain things on hand to help you get through that time. It's actually not a lot of stuff. It's a lot of it you probably already have around. It's just to help you understand what resources you have, what resources you still need to get, and just to build up your level of confidence to help you through any particular type of disaster. Like those of you in Houston, just 2 days ago, we had an 8-foot diameter water line break, which ended up flooding part of Houston, but also stopping the water to a whole bunch of downtown. So either it was a case where you were flooded out, or there was no water around for washing, drinking, toilets, anything like that. So the 72-hour kit is to help you with things either, as that minor all the way up to really total grid down type things. So first thing I'm going to do is post 4 websites that I like for basic preparedness information, just to give you the sort of things that you need for realistic sort of incidences. I mean, they're not end of the world zombie apocalypse sort of things. These are more like a storm knocks out the power overnight or things like that. So the US government, ready.gov, has a bunch of good information. The Red Cross organization, they would rather you able to take care of them yourself rather than them have to come and rescue you. So they have some really good information there. In light of the coronavirus, I've added the Center for Disease Control Emergency Preparedness website because that really helps with the sort of situation we are currently facing with infectious diseases. And then another website that I and her go back a long ways, the Survival Mom. If you're not familiar with her, she is a down-to-earth Texas mother who, oh man, probably about 12 years ago realized things can get a little weird in the world. And she had no idea how to take care of her kids and her family. And so she started digging into that. And luckily she's smart enough to know what actually you should do and what is, post-apocalyptic beyond reality sort of stuff. So she's a very good, logical, down-home, good source of preparedness information. So check the Survival Mom out. I don't know if she's even watching tonight. If she is, hey, how you doing? So cool. Okay, so the 72-hour kit, like I said, that is designed just to improve your safety, your comfort, and your confidence in the case of a relatively short-term sort of incident, or at least keep you fed and hydrated and medicated until some emergency services can get to you. So like I said, tonight's show will be discussing the basics of a 72-hour kit. This is really designed for people who just suddenly realized, hey, the world actually is scary. And I don't know what to do. So tonight I'm going to show you what to do. All right. So let me first put up the overall list of what the different government organizations all agree should be in your 72-hour kit. So there's a number of things there. Number one is water. And we're actually going to go through each one of these, and I'm going to show you how I've set up in my family and certain things that will help you with that. But number one is water, because you can't go very long without water. You need water. So that is going to be number one. Then food, especially in the 72 hour, it's mainly more of a comfort item, just to help you, stay feeling like you're okay, as opposed to, oh my God, I'm starving, and start eyeballing the neighbor, thinking, tasty. So food, medications, both prescription, and I'm also giving a list of over-the-counter type medications that are worth having, again, for that short-term 72-hour sort of thing. Keep in mind, a lot of this can be used for multiple purposes, whether it be camping or whatever, but it's things that are good to have on hand regardless, not just for a 72-hour kit, but by having it on hand, you can last 72 hours. So medication, first aid kit, and along with the standard pre-assembled kit, I'm going to go a little farther in that case for some things that, as my training as a first responder has shown me is really valuable, and also from experiences just around the neighborhood during the Hurricane Ike and Hurricane Harvey and Katrina and Rita and all those sort of things. Real life experience, seeing what's happened and what sort of first aid people ended up needing. I'll talk about the emergency binder. This is a binder that carries the important information. When I first started this, it was a physical binder, but now a lot of it just fits on a thumb drive. Different copies of important documents that you should have with you in case you do have to leave home, or something happens to your house, it gets flooded, things like that. These documents will help you there. Cash. Cash is big important, because if the power is out, the ATMs don't work and you can't get money. Credit cards don't work, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Local and state maps, in case you have to leave, where you can get to, because even then, especially depending on the type of the disaster, cell phones may be overloaded. You won't be able to have access to the G4 network, so sometimes having the paper maps are good. Hygiene products, soap, baby wipes, that sort of thing. Flashlights and radio, spare batteries, and a fire extinguisher. Like I said, those are the main things that the governments recommend that you have in your house. And like I said, I want to go through each one and talk a little bit more about that. But I wanted to see if there are any questions so far. Yeah, Chris, generally not the emergency kits, because they include items that are worthless to the individual if you don't know how to use it. Yeah, and that's one of the things about tonight's kit that I'm talking about. It is basic stuff that you really don't need any special. Well, there are two things that I do list that really you should have some special training for. Three, if you include the fire extinguisher. But yeah, like Chris was saying, a lot of the pre-packaged big backpack 72-hour kits, a lot of that is crap. So my goal tonight is to help you figure out, give you the ideas of the equipment you should have, and then let you figure out specifically which ones work with your budget and your family. I will be giving links to different things on Amazon, and I will sell it right now, that if you purchase anything from any of these links, I do earn a 4%. I thought it was 6%. It's only 4% sales commission on them. But that being said, I tried to aim for the cheapest yet good enough quality type stuff, because most people don't have $100 they can just dump in a tub and hide away in case something happens. So I was trying to meet the financial needs of people here too.